two.
Hey, Lynz, what are you listening to?
I am listening to a whole lot of podcasts, Brian. How about you?
Man, I found a few new I've added to the playlist this week and excited to talk about them in the future after I give them a few episodes.
Yeah, listening to new shows, if you're doing a lot of them, you sort of they wash together if you don't dig in for a couple episodes at a time. That's just something I've noticed.
They really do. Right now, I'm playing catch up on shows that I religiously listen to. I'm a little behind. I'm listening to a show. Hopefully, I'll finish it today that dropped Friday, but you know how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, no, it takes some time. I think podcast listening isn't a static thing people do. It kind of ebbs and flows with their life, right?
Is that the way it's supposed to work?
I think it's the way people work. Like people have stuff comes up, you know what I'm saying?
I get that, but I like start my morning off with Pod News. That's my first show I listen to every day, and then I listen to whatever I need to catch up on while I'm commuting to work and from work. Sometimes if I have like busy work, cleaning up, organizing files, things of that nature, I'll listen to a show while I'm doing that. But in this world, we can't consume audio while we're trying to edit something or while we're recording something. So I don't get a lot of listening time during my workday.
I find I have to be extremely organized if I know what I'm going to be listening to when I'm ready to listen, which is a part of podcast is like, oh, I'm about to drive. What's the easiest thing to hit listen on? And sometimes it's the radio, you know. But if I've done my homework and I have my podcast queued up, I'm actually really excited to hit go on a podcast instead. But when you're busy, like I've been lately, you don't do all that listening homework. And there other mediums aren't like that, you know?
It's Saturday and Sunday when I'm with my wife driving, we listen to the radio. Every once in a while, if it's just been a long, hard week, I wanna just rock out on my way home come Friday night and, I'll throw on some old school and just decompress. My decompression starts when I start the Jeep,
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Well, today's show is unlike any show the two of us have done, and we're here to let you know we're gonna take a little break. We have an expectation of what we want to put out, and we need to circle the wagons so we can deliver the best that we have to offer. Number 1, perfect timing because Lynn's, living that laptop lifestyle right now.
Exactly. We want to put out the best show possible. And like all the podcasters that we work with and that we've met through doing the show, know that sometimes you have to start a thing before you know how you're going to have to course correct. And so a part of it is we want to do a little course correction so that we start put out episodes that are sort of the next level of valuable, interesting, retool the episode. More importantly, retool our communication so people know when the episodes are coming out and what to expect there. And we could just not publish something for a few weeks and come back with all that stuff. But here we are setting an intention and saying, hey, listeners, we are coming back with a little bit more structure, a little bit more planning for your enjoyment because it will make the episodes more fun to listen to and it'll be easier to follow along with what we're doing.
And I want to share, it wasn't for a lack of planning up front. It was just for an explosion of ideas and us saying yes now to probably a few more things than we should have, but not trying to make excuses. Real life, happens. And, a short break is going to help us reset, retool, and just come out of the gate with a rockin' show. So,
yeah, I think that's definitely true that we're at this inflection point, not because we didn't get the feedback from the world that it was doing well. In fact, we got so much feedback from people that we had trouble choosing where to go and said yes to a lot of things, like you said. So this is our way of saying, okay, we're going to come back and we're going to do something with purpose and planning so that it's really fun to show up and hang out with us and you know what you're going to get.
and it's safe to assume there are more things on our in the future list than there are on our to-do list. It's
Well,
it's
that's
grown
the shift
incredible,
we're
so
making too, is it doesn't default jump on our to-do list. It by default jumps on the eventual list and then it has to earn its merit, earn its way forward.
That's for sure. And Lynn has some high expectations.
Well, I think neither of us got into this business to make stuff that was just okay. I think we both want to make really good things. And so there's a certain amount of acceptable dissatisfaction. It's like, oh, I have to be annoyed with this in order to make it better. And we all want it to be better.
Amen. That we do. In the meantime, hit us up on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. We're still going to be active on social while we reset and retool. And Lynn, safe travels to you. I look forward to you being back in studio here in a few weeks and safe travels.
Thank you so much. Thanks for holding down the fort, and we'll look forward to reconnecting with everybody in a few weeks.
Until next time.